Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win on their home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress. Nothing tips off a... To talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the four with Nurkic at the five. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the three side. Beverley finds Zubac. Morris against Collins. On the wing, George. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. The Clippers grab the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
It was really that second wave in the rotation that took the offense to another level. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Count that one.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
And here's Portland. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Zubac against Lillard. The three. It's hauled in by Zubac.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Morris outside. Down low, here's Beverley. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I like seeing Patrick Beverley attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Anthony, the pass to Collins. And there it is for him.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
The Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The three from McCollum doesn't go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Here's Lillard. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Outside for George. Leonard looking around. Pass to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Beverley the pass to George. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot's good by Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Back to George. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Collins. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. On the wing, Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Now here's Little. He's covered by Leonard. Lillard against Beverly. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense. The ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And stolen by Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. McCollum's got 5 points so far. Back to George. Over McCollum, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. From Portland.
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Landry Shamet. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Green in at the center. Williams finds Shamet. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Count that one.
There you go. Under intense defensive pressure, Reggie fearless in the painted area.
Portland leading by 5. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shamet on the wing. And stolen by Hezonja. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. Zubac is checked in for Leonard. Out to the wing. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Takes it from 10, and Portland again with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
And there's the pass to Trent. Hezonja with the ball. Working on Green. Hezonja with the ball. Passes it to Whiteside. 4 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. The fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
Shamet finds Green. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the big fella.
And the shot goes in. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And the jam by Whiteside.
The thing about Whiteside, he has a quicker jump than you might expect.
Pass to Jackson. Shamet on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Here's Zubats. And Whiteside sends it back. One-on-one here. Feeds to Little. To the paint. Stolen by Zubats. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And so it's Portland looking at a... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting. And that'll do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Lillard up top, defended by Beverly. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by George. Clippers trail by 11. On the wing, Morris. Takes it from 10. And again, the Clippers good for 2. Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. He's right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name, and he's fantastic at that as well.
Cullen passes to Lillard. From past the arc. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly wide open. Second shot opportunity. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
To the middle, it's stolen by Morris. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Back to McCollum. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. On the wing, Williams. Back to Shamet. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Jackson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And now just a 3-point Portland lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And he gets it to go.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
The Clippers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Morris finds Williams. Green left side. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Outside Anthony. 1:09 left in the third quarter of the game. Plenty of space. And they pick up 2. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Pass to Morris. They kick it out to Green. It's up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Got to recognize the situation. Trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot. Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
The pass to Jackson. In the corner, Shamet with it. Offline with his 3. Portland leading by 6. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Simons, offensive rebound. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. Nobody near Williams. No good with the triple. The third quarter comes to a close. Portland out in front. They're up by 6. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Williams and Shamet are the guard set. Marcus Morris is out there with Paul George, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that one's good. Shamet
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Outside Anthony. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Collins. Nobody near Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Got a piece of it. Right side with it. Now Green defending. To the middle. Here's Trent. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Back to Zubac. To the inside. Out to Morris. To stop the run. And that one, good.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Pass to Lillard. Here's Trent, defended by George. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And George kicks to Beverly. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Nifty move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Clippers trail by 9. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Zubac the pass to Morris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. McCollum against George. Morris kicks to George. Nailed from three-point land.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard against Beverly. Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Leonard.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Here's Lillard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Damian Lillard.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Morris dishes to George. Zubac with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Shoots over Nurkic. Poked away. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Lillard against Beverly. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The line for your Trailblazers,
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. In the corner, George with it. Launches it. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
It's McCollum with the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Leonard against Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Zubac. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And how about the setups? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Adams has got the ball here for Portland. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Horde. Over to the wing. Here's Whiteside. Misses.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K.
The Staples NBA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And here's the Lakers. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Tries to keep it alive. It's stolen by Davis. Here's McGee. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Leonard dishes to Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverley's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Clippers.
The strength from Patrick Beverley is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
That one goes in.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And the rejection by Zubac. They get it back. On the wing, James. A three ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. James has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, there's just no guarding LeBron James when this shot looks this comfortable. That's three more.
Pass to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. Pocket 6. And that one drops for him.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
On the wing, James. Defended by Beverley. Here's McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you. Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the City of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Kicks to LeBron. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Right side, Leonard. To halt the run, and it's good on the lay-in.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now here's James. 29 points for him. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
James in the post. Defended by Beverley.
LeBron James, here's the report, Kevin. Still athletic.
And George, here we go. Here's Morris. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers leading by 8. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. The Lakers also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pushing it up. Green finds Leonard. The shake. No good. Shot missing. Good D by James. Leonard with the steal. Left side Williams. Takes the three. Rebounded by Howard. Kuzma outside. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So for the Lakers right now, J.R. Smith out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the one. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing them.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Lakers leading by 11. Waiters surveying the D. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
there could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Green passes to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Williams dishes to Jackson. Can they get it? Zubac. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
There's the three. The Clippers grab the miss. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kuzma with the ball. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got his first points in this one.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
Shamet with the steal. Jumps up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Here's Caruso. Oh, good on the triple. Clippers trail by 10, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So, for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. The Lakers also changing it up. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for J.R. Smith. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And LeBron throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 steal. And that does it for our half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at James. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's McGee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him. In recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC, Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Lakers leading by 8. James looking it over. But they recover it. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And they go to the intentional foul. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Morris outside. Now the pass to Beverley. Caldwell Pope against Leonard. A rebound by the Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. Passes it to James. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Leonard kicks to George. Pass to Beverley. Pass to Leonard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior. Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out-recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a change. Kuzma's checked in. Free throw good, LeBron. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win-or-loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverley, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Kuzma outside. It's Howard, top of the key. Back to Kuzma. Lakers working the ball around now. Howard, the pass to James. And James throws it down hard.
LeBron staying on the attack here. He knows when he can take over the game. It's whenever he wants to.
Shamet finds Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
James, the pass to Kuzma. And here is Howard, defended by George. 11 feet away, and there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Kuzma. And it's 6 points for Howard.
Howard establishing some confidence now down low. Just get him the ball and let him take care of business.
Davis drives in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, easy call.
The Lakers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Raiders against Williams. Howard up on top. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. They grab their own miss. A beautiful reverse layup. Howard's got 8 points.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Williams.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. It's Howard, top of the key. Raiders on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Caruso. And a miss there on the triple. Howard against Williams. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team. Someone the younger guys look up to.
And Williams drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And the pass to Caruso. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. The Lakers on top, leading by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. JaVale McGee is out there with Morris. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Smith in at the shooting guard position. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. Pope loose. It's stolen by Morris.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Passes it to McGee. That one off the back iron and out. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. The shot's good.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Green. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. McGee. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Green. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Hits it from three-point range. Caldwell-Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the paint. Williams finds Green. Pass to Morris. And the basket is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Beautiful timing on that play. Waiters reaches into his bag of tricks and makes a slick move on the pick and roll.
For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. The Lakers also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris, and James subbed in for Smith. James against George, and it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Danny Green, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, I'm not going to give LeBron any more space, but certainly like to see him dunk. How about that throwdown?
Here's Beverley. Pass to Morris. For the three. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
And he commits the intentional foul. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Morris dishes to Beverley. Back to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Kuzma. Caldwell Pope on the wing. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Clippers trail by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Lakers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And Kuzma slams it in.
But there's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Over in the corner, Green. 30 seconds left in the fourth. McGee up top. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Green.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Wide open. And so the Lakers take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Brent. And we've got, well, winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Trailblazers, they're much further down in the standings right now.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Now Lillard, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Lillard outside. Drills the three-pointer.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Lillard against James. Now, here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. Off target from three-point range. Davis with it. Now Anthony defending. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Lillard against LeBron. Green passes to Davis. And it's Portland with the rebound. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Lillard outside. On the wing, and the shot goes in. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Rocket 2. Here's Davis, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are, and that's just something awesome to be a part of.
And that one's good, Caruso.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:04 left in the first quarter. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Down low. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Knocks it loose. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance over Smith. Here's Nurkic. Lillard outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Waiters. Anthony with the defensive effort.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Lillard looking around. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say,
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with his Onya. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. No good from Howard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Pretty clever inside. Exceptional at finding space to get a shot off near the rim. Yeah, and at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now, the wide-open NBA style has unleashed his game.
Collins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Collins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Waiters for 3. No good on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And Chris, really a combo forward game for Kuzma. He's comfortable playing small forward as well.
Well, defensively, I think he's better on the wing. I mean, think about this. In high school, he was only 5'9" as a freshman. Man, did he grow. He has experience on the perimeter.
And Howard has it in the corner. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Kuzma. And he lays it straight in.
Wow, did you see that? The athleticism of Kuzma is phenomenal. I mean, he uses it often to gut through the defense.
It's to Collins. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Trent. Buries it from three-point range. Trent's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
Morris, left side. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Morris has got his first 2 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Trent, covered by Smith. Here's Azania, and again, it's Portland converting.
Way to work the inside-out game. Draws the defense in and kicks it out for the open shot.
Here's Smith, and it's blocked.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Howard. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green, he's checked in for Smith. And it's LeBron in for Waiters. Now here's Little. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Little passes to Hazania. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. It's a 5-point game. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. Here's Morris. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter. 1:27 left to play here in the half. Here's McCollum. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Now, you got to respect the intelligence of McCullough, a pro at utilizing the pick and roll. You can't let him get into a comfort zone.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. Expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both looked up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
Here's Trent. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. To the inside. Here's Davis. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
But see, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice it. The Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Guarded by Green. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period, the most they trailed by. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Lillard. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Lillard attacking, gets the bucket, and the foul. That one on Davis.
Oh, Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Portland trailing here. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And the basket by McCollum.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Now LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Dion Waiters checked in for Danny Green. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. Here's Davis. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
And stolen by LeBron. And now it's Davis running. He can go all the way. And it's slammed in by Davis.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
And here's Anthony from the arc. They get the rebound. Simons surveying the D. 5 on the clock. Back to Anthony. The pass to Nurkic. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Davis. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
They double him with LeBron. To the paint. And stolen by James. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the game. We're talking about number one options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
Waiters for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Waiters got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Lillard with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. And Smith subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Waiters. And it's Alex Caruso in for LeBron. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Whiteside's checked in. Here's Caruso. Drilled from 11 feet out. Caruso's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers. Inside, and it's Little finishing it off.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Smith, a putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Lakers lead by 2.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
Collins passes to Trent. And that one is hammered home.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see. It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at times.
Collins in the post. Working on Howard. Shot by Collins, no good.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Howard dishes to Morris. Here's Kuzma. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just fast.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they got Whiteside. Collins is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Portland. Smith outside, and the layup's good off the glass. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Ferocious on the drive. Smith just using his speed on that play.
Simons the pass to Collins. Here's Simons. 6 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Offensive rebound, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Passes to Green. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Offside Collins. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Collins. Now it's a 4-point Portland lead. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside Green. Pass to Caruso. Back to Green. Caruso kicks to Smith. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by McCollum. Caruso, no good. Portland leading by 4. From downtown, and McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Pass to Smith. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Smith. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Really, that's his specialty right there. Finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Lillard against LeBron. Lillard attacking. Basket counts. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
On the wing, James. Covered by Lillard. Stolen by McCollum. Anthony down low. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good, Anthony.
Yeah, Kevin. Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Caldwell-Pope finds Green. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And Caldwell-Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
James, and he banks in the layup.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
The offensive rebound. Green kicks to James. Over Lillard. James, no good. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Mario Hezonja's checked in for C.J. McCollum. LeBron against Lillard. To the inside. Whiteside. 2 free throws. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard against James. Lets it go from deep. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game.
Jared Dudley.
Waiters surveying the D. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a hard fight.
Welcome to this special edition of
And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome to the weekend, everybody. I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manute Bol. Really? I played nothing like Manute Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty, never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. You better wear a suit." I'm like, Manute is 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every game.
I like that story.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Collins kicks to Lillard. McCollum against George. Out to Anthony. Back to McCollum, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Nice open look, but it's no good.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Beverley against Collins. Morris passes to Beverley, and the shot goes down.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverley at the rim.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Drains the 19-footer. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac the pass to Beverley. Morris outside. Pass to Beverley. Shot clock at 5. Morris with the ball. Covered by Lillard. On deep. They get it back.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Out to Morris. Zubac the pass to George. Drills it from outside.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Zubac the pass to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Morris with the bucket.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Portland trailing here. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Lillard up top, defended by Beverley. Lillard dishes to Collins. No good on his first attempt of the game.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Kept alive. Leonard the pass to Morris. A second chance effort, and the layup is good. Morris has got 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Beverly against Lillard. Out to Anthony. To the right side. Nurkic the pass to Anthony. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Zubac.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter. And obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Lasagna. Here's Whiteside. Will it go? And it's good on the layup.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the floor for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in a 2-guard. Here's Trent. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Little, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Back to Jackson. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with the shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 8. To the paint. Here's Williams. That shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Right side against Green. Here's Simons. Pass to Hezonja. Whiteside trying to break free. Here's Simons. Takes a 3. Green with the rebound. Outside Williams. Makes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Williams passes to Morris. To the middle. It's intercepted. Here's Little. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won Sixth Man of the Year for the third time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Here's Trent following the score by Reggie Jackson. There's the pass to Hazania. Over Morris. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Back to Shamet. On the wing, Jackson. Down low. Green kicks to Morris. The rebound by Simons. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Hazania. Passes it to Simons. Off target from outside. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Jackson passes to Green. Shamet with it. The 3. They get it back.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And it's Williams finishing it off.
In attack mode pretty much every game we see him. This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
Here's Trent. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
To the paint. Stolen. Here's McCollum. Great D that time from Green.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. Talented, driven. He puts constant.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. Marcus Morris was the story in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
2 points. That one goes. Beverly's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Beverly against Lillard. Dishes it to Collins. The 15-footer, and Lillard kicks to Anthony. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. 6 points for Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong. Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injuries. So I do like the clear path fouls.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
To the inside, Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And the shot is good. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the 2nd-best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers. They're 9th best in the conference.
And when you look at the Clippers, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game in the postseason. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how well suited they are for playoff basketball, but we will find out soon enough. And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Beverly for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
George against McCollum, and George gets it to go.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
For the finish, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
George looking over the floor. And the wide open shot for Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Lillard left side, feeds to Carmelo. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Leonard. Now here's Beverly. Back to Zubac. The pass to George. Beverly with the ball. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Make simple passes. We got caught.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Whiteside. Anthony is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
Leonard hits them both. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Green, the pass to Jackson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Clippers lead by 14.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Swiped it away. Pass to Simons. He kicks it to Whiteside. It's McCollum on the wing. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Trent, 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Kicks it to Whiteside. Lots of room. That one goes. Count it.
A welcome sight for this team. Whiteside with the catch and shoot in rhythm.
Jackson finds Williams. Back to Jackson. Now Leonard. Now Shaman. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. A 3 from McCollum. Out to Anthony. Uncovered. And again, it's Portland converting.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Leonard on the wing. Williams against McCollum. Back to Williams. Pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Jackson passes to Leonard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Trailblazers trail by 15. Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. They get it again. Clippers leading by 13. Green kicks to Leonard. To the middle. Jackson misses. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. McCollum outside. Lillard looking around from beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Morris. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And Lillard throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Leonard finds Green. Tipped away. Nurkic with the steal.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. On the wing, Morris. Now the pass to Shamet. Morris outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. McCollum from deep three-point land. Misses there. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make all right, David. Thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And
And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 slot. And LeBron James Clark climbing the all-time scoring list, last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Zubac against McGee, and stolen by LeBron. Davis surveying the floor, and there's the pass to Caldwell Pope. Pass to LeBron. Clock at 6. And it's McGee penetrating. Caldwell Pope finds Davis. No good there. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Here's Green. Paul George making his last shot. No good from outside. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game. Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Green passes to LeBron. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
LeBron can score from anywhere, but he's most effective close to the hoop. Very skilled in the paint.
Pass to George. And then George with the jam.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
A nice shot by LeBron. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept that, in theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Some changes for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Cook subbed in for LeBron. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Now here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Howard misses. Passes it to Cook. Green taking his time here. Three-pointer. Howard trying to free himself out. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
Morris into the lane.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Clippers also changing it up. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. From deep, James. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Cannot leave Howard alone on the offensive glass. When you do, he's making you pay for that mistake.
On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Davis. This one for three. Morris, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
From 10 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. And that's now 6 points for Howard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Davis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
He got it up, and no good on the last second attempt this time. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made in the NBA.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's get your take, guys, on this scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Lakers. Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dion Waiters, and it's Smith, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Here's Waiters, following the score by Lou Williams. Caruso looking for an opening. The tray. The shot misses. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's the pass to Shamet. That's his fourth basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. To the paint. Right block shot, and he hits the jump shot. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Shamet. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Pass Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time sixth man of the year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
And the Lakers with some changes. Davis is checked in for Howard. Caldwell Pope comes in for Dion Waiters. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso. The Clippers also making some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Nice shot by Smith. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Beverly dishes to Green. Leonard on the wing. From deep three-point range, Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And that one falls for Davis.
Davis is really the total package. A mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here. That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Leonard on the wing. Over Caldwell Pope. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Caldwell Pope really good at staying in front of his man. He likes.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held it 2. And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes. But understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits. And really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Williams is out there with Paul George. And it's Green, and it's Leonard, and it's small forward. Now, here's Caldwell Pope. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
That one good for 2. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
James with a deep 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. LeBron's got 14 points.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Down low, here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. 8 points for Leonard.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Kept alive. Davis on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
George.
Are you kidding me? And, you know, some of the sequences and plays that George pulls off, just amazing when you consider how good this guy is, particularly handling the ball now.
And it's George finishing it off.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Zubac, that's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's LeBron. 14 points for him.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Green. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Williams. Great positioning on the putback. Morris has got his first points of the night.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Morris with the block. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Howard's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And Waiters gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. Waiters got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Jackson. Kuzma pulls it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Free throw good, Kuzma. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Raiders against Jackson. Kuzma outside. And again, the Lakers no good. To the inside, here's Leonard. And he hits it to tie the game up. Leonard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Morris. Off the left rim and out. And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And right after this, we've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Markieff Morris is out there with Howard. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Smith, and it's Waiters in at the point. That's the Laker 5. The Lakers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And he makes that one. Smith's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Lakers.
And, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Back to Kuzma. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard inside, working on Howard, and that one's good. Leonard.
This has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Waiters surveying the D. Howard misses.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Inside, Shamet gets to Beverly. Howard against Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. The shot, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Waiters for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Beverly missing. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
Boy, you got to shut these lanes off because Kuzma relishes the opportunity to finish around the rim.
Jackson misses.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Pass to Shamet. Leonard from deep, 3-point land. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Reggie Jackson. The Lakers have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the 4th quarter. Stolen by Beverly. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Here's LeBron, and the call. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And here we go. Green with the ball. George picks him up. And McGee kicks to James. Second chance shot. The shot's good from McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. Good on the triple.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. LeBron passes to Davis. Over Morris.
Count it! No question about it. The touch is with Anthony Davis.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Yep, it counts.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Morris. Rebounded by McGee. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
LeBron James on the wing. But they get it back.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
A look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after a The players love it. Thank you, David. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out Portland, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
You know, for Los Angeles, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And here are the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Here's LeBron. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. He gets it in there. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
That's a big-time battle from AD on the glass. You see the athleticism to go back up with it. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
And here's Los Angeles.
That's a great dunk. Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
Out to Anthony. So the wing on the left. Lillard surveying the D. And it's off from three-point range. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the dunk by James.
LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Stolen by McGee. Outside, Davis. And the 3 off target. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Lakers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. James kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Davis. Collins with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
17-foot shot on the way.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
James fires from way outside, and the Lakers get it back. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Basket good.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Now Caldwell-Pope after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Lets it go from the wing, and the jumper is good. 1:12 left in the first. Ray, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Lakers leading by 3. Here's James. Anthony against Caldwell Pope. Outside, Green. Back to Caldwell Pope. 4 on the shot clock. For 3. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Nurkic. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot. Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
They got Whiteside. He's out there with Nurkic, and it's Little in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. The feed to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, I would say that's as high percentage as you're going to get from Hassan Whiteside. He really takes off on those dunks.
Out to the right wing. Here's Caruso. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Caruso's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Here's Simons following the 3 by the Lakers. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, trailing by 10. 3-pointer on the way. They grab their own miss.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Caruso, the pass to Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Lakers leading by 8. Caruso looking for an opening. From 15 feet away, the shot's good from Kuzma.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Trent passes to Simons. Passes to Nurkic. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
You wonder, with Nurkic last year getting hurt, just how much further the Blazers could have gone. Again, carried by C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard. Their unbelievable dynamic duo at the guard position. But the defensive anchor all year long had been Nurkic.
And Portland making a change here. As Anya's checked in, Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Whiteside against Howard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Howard against Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. And with their high-powered backcourt, Brent, Nurkic providing the Blazers with that sorely needed paint presence. He is a big body.
Big body who sets screens and frees up a bunch of room for those guards that you mentioned, Kevin. But the interesting thing is about all the dirty work that Nurkic can do down low for this basketball team, picking up 10, 12 points in the painted area and putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And now, here's Hazonia. His last outing, he had 8 points. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's Davis missing.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 10-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Smith outside. Pass to Davis. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Count it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The pass to Morris. Smith outside. Davis inside. Whiteside's there. No good that time. Trailblazers trail by 8. Here's Hazonia. And finished off by Hazonia.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Waiters outside. Kuzma left side. And Waiters kicks to Smith. Up again. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 10 points. And so that's the end of the first half. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you.
Carmelo, first half in the books.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Davis, and it's McGee in at the 5. And it's Anthony top of the key. To the left side wing. Here's Nurkic. Connects on the foul line jumper. He's got 8.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
And so, Brent, you and I know the legend of Nurkic. Back in Bosnia, a sports agent read an article about a huge policeman, 7 foot, 400 pounds. And this agent tracked down this policeman and asked him, do you have a son?
Well, that son is Jusuf Nurkic, the guy you're seeing out there. And 14 years of age, Jusuf Nurkic had never played the game of basketball. So the agent took him under the wing, and the rest pretty much history here, Kevin.
I like that. McGee with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
McCollum finds Lillard. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Now LeBron, 8 points for him. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Fires for three. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard from outside. That one doesn't drop. And the Lakers take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Zach Collins is aggressive and confident and waiting for his opportunity to show just how consistently good he can be in the NBA.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Great tee that time from Davis. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And the basket by McCollum.
And this is part of the patience of C.J. McCollum. In-air adjustments with the defender on him. You have to like that body control.
On the wing, James. He's got 10. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. And Smith's subbed in for James. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 13. Here's Caruso. Drops in the tray. Caruso's got his third basket of the night right there.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Simons, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Here's Howard. Good, nice job down low. Howard's got 6.
And Howard loves getting positioned down that deep, knowing he's a force in the paint.
A 3 from McCollum. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Lakers leading by 17. Caruso, the pass to Smith. Pass to Kuzma. Here's the floater. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Caruso. 8 points for him. He dishes it to Morris. Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. The shot missing. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
It's a long game. It's a long.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's McCollum. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing, right?
Popcorn.
And the popcorn. What else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And here is Waiters. From deep. But they'll get another chance. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Howard with it. Shoots over Nurkic. Howard, good. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Dwight Howard continues to work on that jump shot, especially in this day and age of big men who can shoot it.
Collins kicks to Anthony. Passes it to Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
That one falls.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Collins, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Waiters against Lillard. Waiters dishes to Howard. Again, the Lakers.
This is where Dwight Howard shows his mobility off the pick and roll and getting there with a purpose.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony Davis comes in for Markieff Morris. Danny Green, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in for Dion Waiters. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Davis down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Both free throws good from McGee. Trailblazers trail by 18. Outside Collins. Three-pointer Lillard. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's James. The offensive rebound. Davis on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 20.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. James with it, now defended by McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul.
Your Trailblazers.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
There has to be some alteration in the game plan, but I don't think it's enough to shut down AD.
Here's Trent. That 3 off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Gabriel's checked in, and it's Adams in for Anthony Simmons. And then for the Lakers, Jared Dudley's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Alex Caruso comes in for Green, and Quinn Cook subbed in for James.
That's his first personal foul.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And here's Los Angeles. They have a 19-point lead.
That's his first personal foul.
That's good from Cook.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
Both good from the line that time. Now here's Adams. Pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And it's Horde missing. Now Davis. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.